I wrote this for you. Do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not worry about my opinion. Do not worry about anyone's opinion. Do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not be afraid to be misunderstood. No one understands anything really until after it's happened, and even then they still usually don't get it. You don't need to make anyone understand something for you to do it. Only you need to understand. Spending time getting everyone else to understand the thing is just taking time away from you doing it. Being afraid of being misunderstood is actually just a fear of being alone, but it's okay to be alone. Do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not ask for permission. No one can give you permission to do anything in this world. You require only your own permission, yet we are often the hardest to convince. The world is designed to make us feel like we have to ask permission for everything. We don't. There's actually no such thing as permission. There are no actual rules or laws, just old ink jotted on old paper by people who hope you'll be convinced it's important, but it's not. You can do whatever you want. You can do beautiful things and awful things. And for that, you will experience beautiful and awful consequences. You can survive those consequences. You can survive them alone. Do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not wait for me to start your process. Do not wait for anyone to start your process. I will come along when I'm ready to come along, or I may not come along at all. You can just go ahead without me. I wish you well. Maybe later I'll join you or help you, or maybe I'll be jealous of you for doing something I never could. It doesn't matter. You just need to start. Start your process. You can start your process now. You can do it all by yourself. You can do it alone. Do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not wait for the right moment. The right moment was 5 years ago. The second best is right now. Life is intrusive. It invades you, makes you obsessive about things you won't even remember. You can just go ahead and start. Life will get the memo eventually. The feelings of pressure and desire and loss, they just mean you're alive. They don't mean you can't begin. You can begin. You can begin right now. You can do it all right now. You can even do it alone. So do not be afraid to go it alone. Do not tell me about what you're doing. Do not tell anyone about what you're doing. Just keep it to yourself. You can trust that you're doing it even if no one knows about it. You can trust that you exist even if no one knows about you. Your life is really just a project that you work on by yourself. You had it right when you were a kid, laying on the floor of your bedroom drawing an airplane. That drawing was just for you. This life is just for you. You can draw airplanes on your own. You can live your life on your own. So do not be afraid to go it alone. There are whole worlds inside of you. You can move planets. You can tear through time. You can unleash destruction or create whole new dimensions. You can do all of that right now, whether or not I think you can, whether or not you think you can. You don't need anyone's approval. There's no such thing as actual approval, and there is no actual way anyone can stop you. You are powerful enough on your own to spin the wheel of the entire cosmos. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way because you feel lonely, but loneliness is just a fear of how powerful you really are. So do not be afraid of your power, and do not be afraid to go it alone. There is a place beyond the loneliness, a perfect green valley made just for you. You can go there whenever you want, but you will only find it if you make the journey alone. Do not be afraid of the journey. Do not be afraid of not knowing the way. Do not be afraid of falling along the way. Do not be afraid to go right this moment. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to go it alone.